Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have Game 1 of the Wind Waker Randomizer Season 7 Tournament Grand Finals between Rick Schmidty and Kitcot. Tracking today, we've got Joshi and Tomaltalk, and on commentary, we've got Your Average Link and Cube David. I'm going to hand it over to the two of them, but hope you enjoy the race.
Grand Finals. We've come quite a way this season.
Yep.
Honestly, it felt shorter than it actually was.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this time
happening.
around it was the top 16 bracket instead of top 24. So
yeah, true. We got basically
it's one less round to deal with.
Yeah, exactly. One less round compared to last season.
Interestingly, though, so this is a matchup between Kitcot, the 4th seed, and Rick Schmidty, the 5th seed. All the top 3 seeds are out. Rick Schmidty, previously in the winners bracket, defeated Kitcot 2-0. But Kitcot has made quite the losers run. Honestly, just so many good players that that you have to triumph over to get to this point, but is back for a rematch. So in the grand finals match, since Rick came from the winner's side, he will start with one game with a 1-game advantage in this best of 5. So he only has to win twice, but if Kitcot wants to win the grand finals, he has to win 3 times.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Rick Schmidty, I believe, was also a finalist in season 6.
Yeah, back-to-back finals for him.
This time coming from the winner's side. Yeah, it'll be an exciting matchup.
Oh, absolutely.
I think they're both yeah, they're both
quite a bit of history between the two.
Very good players.
Yeah, already met up in season 6 for lowest bracket finals in season 6, where Rick took the series 2-0. Then we had the season 7 winners bracket quarterfinals, where Rick also took the series 2-0. Then we had SGL winners bracket finals, where Kitcot triumphed over Rick Schmidty. And now we're back with the Grands.
And we're going to get started very soon. And we're off.
And we are off.
We're starting at Overlook. Yeah, nothing of note here, but we started with bombs. Started with bombs. Looks like Rick is going to speed through the hints and only note down the Baron hints, but yep. Would not be season 7 without a foolish hinted dungeon. So Taji, Baron. Unfortunately, there was also Cliff Plat Baron, which is not something you usually like to see, especially with Bird's Peak Rock unhinted.
Yeah, exactly. Always looms over you once you get your bait back, whenever that is.
We have 2-eye Reef Path to Godan, and also starting with bombs, so they can grab that whenever they want. But it looks like they're going to start with Windfall, which is reasonable. That's also Path. Being Path to Goma is also really nice, because since you start with bombs, you have access to the dungeon from Sphere 0, which means your path hint is guaranteed to be either grappling hook or leaf.
Exactly. I think bombs are already like one of the strongest starting items.
I guess in rare cases it could also be hook shot because of the trick with getting the chest across lava pit, but more likely grapple hook, and we're immediately resolving the path to Helmarok King as well with the hammer on bomb mail.
Yeah.
Very early access.
And
yeah, pretty much the earliest access to FF you could ask for, but can't quite do everything because you don't have Master Sword, you don't have hookshot, you don't have leaf.
Exactly. You have no logical way of full clearing, and I think even getting to Helmarok.
Speaking of Helmarok, we also got both of the mail checks associated with Forsaken Fortress hinted. Aerial Mail is nothing. However, Tingle Mail was a possibly required Pictobox. Which
Okay,
means
so I can
that
already say that Minenko is dead.
so Minenko is possibly required at best. She can't be required, or else the Pictobox would be required. But it also means that there's something of note in Lenzo's house or on Pompey and Vera. We might see one of these runners do Lenzo or cancel without a Pictobox, gambling on the higher probability that it's on Lenzo's house, but as somebody who's done that, when getting a possibly required Picto box, it feels like it never works out, and it's just Pompey and Vera. But we'll see.
Yeah. Actually, just a pain to door cancel without a Picto when it's when one is already hinted possibly required, because you can never be sure that what you're getting at Lenzo's Attic is actually what the game tells you required.
You also know that if the Picto boxes do anything beneficial for you, that they're going to be equally accessible. Like there's not going to be a Picto in Lenzo's house, for example, because then the Tingo Mail one would have been required. And looks like there's a shard on Mila.
First piece
Neither
of
runner,
off the
yeah,
seed.
neither runner electing to put it off for later. It's gonna start with Nighttime Windfall.
Yeah, I think that lower chestnut of Wealth was dead, if I saw it correctly. And that takes care of most of our money needs for the seed.
Yeah, if they're gonna pick up that Picto box, they're gonna need 201 rupees, which means they'll also need a wallet, but it's especially nice since they know they don't have to do Zenari, because Zenari had a not required bottle, which means that since we didn't start with the bottle, we can definitely say that Grandma Mail is nothing. Alright, just making our way through the rest of the island. See what Tot has here.
Let's see what
interesting.
Tingle has
Rick,
for us.
Rick is not even going to bother with Tot. I assume that means that he's going to go ahead with Lenzo Door Cancel.
Yeah, if he marks those checks off, he basically guaranteed is.
Kitcot, meanwhile, by deciding to do Tot, might be an indication that he's considering just leaving after this. Ooh. A bow.
That's an early bow.
Yep, early bow is nice.
That our path to go down,
there we go.
was 2i.
Path to Goden was 2i, but they did also start with bombs, so they could have gotten that regardless. But
yeah, so it's gonna guarantee the pearl.
Bow and grappling hook are
or command melody.
Yeah, command melody. Bow and grappling hook is like the DRC starting package, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
The only thing that could get in their way is if the second small key is definitely on the big key chest, because then you can't really do. Well, you can't go through the middle section of the dungeon, even backwards. But it looks like Rick is just gonna.
With this loadout, you can 100% full clear DRC. Not logically, but you're able to.
They're both gonna hit up Cyclos, and Rick is also grabbing the salvage core here, which makes sense. Tingle statue.
That's Tingle statue.
No verdict on whether or not those are required, but could be useful if you want to get money for Tingle Mail.
Yeah, exactly. Since Ankle gives you 50 rupees per Tingle statue you require for him.
Going from one great C check to the next. We'll see what Cyclos has to offer. Din's
That's
Pearl.
one pearl. So that's one
Alright.
less pearl that can be hinted path.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising considering we already have bombs, bow, and a pearl, and likely a second one on the Octo, that Tachi still ended up being Baron.
Yeah.
Perhaps we'll be waiting
That
a while
is
on the last
really
pearl.
rare. Yeah, that might just be the case. Honestly.
Rick is headed straight for DRI, and so is Kitcot. Pretty much following each other's footsteps here.
Exactly. I also would be shocked if they would just straight up head into DRC at this point. With this item layout.
Yeah, are they gonna... Looks like Rick is going to not bother with DRI Cave at the moment. Just fair, you could find a second bow. I know I like to... Oh, okay, not even checking any of the rest of DRI.
Yeah, we'll just do that after we took the bus. Take the bus warp out.
Fair enough.
I assume.
Okay, actually, it looks like Kitcot is going to head straight for the rest of the checks. It doesn't look like it's spiky. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell because it's at
I
night.
didn't check it.
Nothing
Okay,
on
that's
Beetle
nothing
either.
So yay, we're into our first dungeons before the 10-minute mark.
Yep. And you could dip into a second one if you wanted to.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, looks like it was
Spiky.
spiky. So this ends up
Okay.
being Leaf or something. That could be really good. And it
seems
looks like...
Fly Across was also spiky.
Yeah. I couldn't quite tell, but it's going for it, so...
Yeah, peeking on restream is always very hard, especially for those very small chests. At least small chests for us. Makes it even harder.
Rick is going
Okay, that's
to
one rope.
do a little lineup to shoot down this platform.
And that's all the ropes cut down. Very nicely done.
Can use that to complete.
Oh!
Second
Leaflock
bow
Fire and
already.
Ice.
So he can cheese the DRI cave pretty easily now.
Yeah.
And there's a second small key for Rick, so Rick will be able to complete the rest of the dungeon. If you're going backwards, you only need one extra small key, because you need it to be able to open the door, but going through a key door backwards doesn't actually consume the key.
Yeah.
Let's also keep an eye out for what Kitcot stored in the first spiky.
No sword,
It's not,
no additional
yeah, not
bow.
a sword, not a sword or shield.
No wallet either.
No wallet.
So for now we can't tell. Also nothing on the main inventory screen.
Yeah. Looks like he's also going to go ahead and grapple for a joy pendant here. That makes sense.
Absolutely. Just dead.
And we're going to continue to be in suspense, although we might see a shard on the save screen here. Okay,
Yep,
yeah,
that's
there's
the
a second
second
shard.
And surprise, surprise, we're also heading into the RC Unkit side.
All right. What will we see on the mini boss chest?
Nothing.
Not spiky.
Nothing of interest, at least.
Also nice that the runners had Din's Pearl, so didn't even have to deal with the Bond basketball to get into the dungeon.
Exactly. It's always nice when you can skip that.
I believe that was brought back for this version.
Yeah, I remember a few people talking about that. That in season 6, I think it wasn't the case. I don't know about prior seasons because I wasn't around during that time.
I wasn't around for any prior season. One of many treasure charts to be found there.
Yep. We have access to creep out of logic, albeit.
True. You know what else we have access to out of logic? Fire Mountain.
Fire Mountain.
And
the thing is, if we get
Kitcot is
hookshot,
here at DRI. So
yeah, the thing is, if we get hookshot somewhere in here, we can even single the paw print.
wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. That would be a dream indeed.
Another spiky here. Ooh.
That's Leaf.
Leaf.
So
Even
now our
more
fire and ice
reason.
are actually in logic.
Well, actually, yeah. I was gonna say provided that the small key, but the small key can't be on the big key
It
chest
cannot
now.
be on the big key chest, and yeah,
It's locked
that's
by all
our
of
third
them.
small key. And the other can just access with our grapple, 100%.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
the
last key
last small
chest.
key there. Appears to be a spiky if Rick is going for it.
Yep.
Yep.
Definitely is.
Bait back.
There's bait bag, but we have the grapple, so we don't have to worry about BPR this time.
Well, could be a big pig.
Ooh, yeah. We might get a pig eat. Depending on where PBs are. That is.
Alright, is lava pits... Oh, it's not spiky like it always is.
Nope. And I think we also have to check the big key chest this time.
Yeah, you can't rule it out to be anything.
We already got all the small keys. And the big
and
key as
the
well.
big key. Yeah. Very good leaf pumps.
Very clean.
Oh, and actually, now that I think about it, with the leaf, well, I mean, you're still waiting on Master Sword, I guess, but
Yeah.
we're just one sword away for being able to completely rule out every dungeon check in this seed. Then it's just a complete overworld clear.
Yeah. I think we at least one sword because one has been hinted at Rockspire gunboat.
Oh, the runners could actually no, that was a shard hinted on Rockspire gunboat. It was
Was it?
It was a sword hinted on Ice Ring Inner Cave, which the runners could actually get.
Apparently,
logic.
according to the items command, both are swords.
I'm pretty sure the Rockspire gunboat was a shard, but
Okay.
I'm confident
Okay.
that at least Ice Ring Inner Cave is a sword. So
Okay.
the runners could do the nice double wallet.
That's funny. More
Speaking of
cheese.
shards, there's another one.
Okay.
So
Then we
yeah,
just need iron boots too.
well, I mean, if the runners are willing to do the Wind Waker breaking trick, they could go get that without iron boots. And with
Yeah.
Master Sword in hand, it's pretty easy to clear out Forsaken Fortress. So
Exactly.
if he really wanted to, or actually, I guess Rick will get the Fire and Ice Arrows soon enough, but if either of them really wanted to, they could be done with their dungeons by, like, well, I mean, besides Tachi. They could be done with their dungeons that contain progression by, like, 30-35 minutes, which would be crazy.
Yeah. That would be insane.
Do we dare say the forbidden J word?
No, we do not.
No? Okay.
There's
Fair
still
enough.
quite a bit of stuff that can happen, even though we have 2 jet dungeons and 1 fungeon that has been hinted barren.
There could be a horrifically late last pearl.
Yeah. We could be, we could see a huge Pearl Casino at this point.
Interestingly, we got a hint. The hint said Tot G is dead, but not Tot G's sector. Now that doesn't mean that Master Sword Chamber has to be something, but if Master Sword
There's
Chamber
an
were
option
nothing,
that it has
if
something.
Master Sword Chamber were nothing, then we could have gotten a Tot G's sector hint instead. So
Yeah, and I don't know what it is about the game, but if the entire island is in barren, it likes to tell the player that twice. I won the island,
yeah.
and second, by the dungeon as well.
Did you know that both Forest Haven and Forbidden Woods are barren?
Well, now you know.
That's even true for this seed, because Forbidden Woods isn't a required dungeon.
Yep.
And we got Forest Haven hinted.
So both are for a fact barren. Hinted.
Oh, and a
And
shield.
that's a shield on Goma.
Remains to be seen if we'll need any shields. Because the hammer is pretty free and you can use that to block. And we don't know about Angular yet.
Exactly. Okay, that's our first dungeon done in like 20 minutes. Hooray! I
Not too
guess.
shabby.
Absolutely. And just looking at Rick's map tracker, and I see so much blue.
Yep.
And it's gonna get even crazier once he gets his fire and ice.
The question is, when it's this early in the seed, but you have the prime positioning for it, do you do Fire Mountain?
Honestly, since you're not gonna return to DRI, in my opinion, might as well.
Yeah, it's like
Even though Pawprint
the
is
fact that
density
you
play.
have like so many you got like all of the items you need for this area. When are you going to be coming back?
Yeah, that's true.
Though you could also feel pretty sad if you do it and it ends up being nothing, but I feel like it's probably early enough for it to be not that bad.
Yeah. Same, honestly. What's Rick deciding to do? Of course, just
head into
doing the
this
K
cave,
first.
yeah. So Rick stored a shard. We saw it from Kitcot's side earlier.
Yeah. He will see that once he safe warps out of here.
It'll be interesting to see what the time differences between these two, because Kit's already done the rest of this island.
Yeah, depends on. Did Rick get a joy pendant inside DRC?
I don't think so. The other main difference is that Rick didn't get Tot's item.
Yeah, true. Okay, seems like we're moving on to Fire Mountain, judging by Rick's item equips. With his bow in hand.
Yep. Unless he wants to warp to, like, let's say, 2-Eye Reef and Ice Ring. Okay, now we're just gonna go.
Nope.
I mean, you even have Leaf.
Yeah.
So.
Just don't tell Claire about this.
We also, I believe, saw a spiky on the transparent chest earlier. Which is a good thing, because otherwise it would have been just Creeb and that would have been irredeemable. Oh. Other than the bonk, very solid entry.
Yeah, I think.
I did not know that you could land
430.
on a surface that steep.
Yep.
Alright, survey says... Nothing.
Nothing.
And it's just gonna soft reset back. I
Yeah,
guess that's
it makes
another
sense.
small advantage that Rick has, having save warped out of the cave earlier.
Yeah, Kit cannot just soft reset away to DRI.
Head into Great Fish. I guess to clear out Rock Spire. Or Needle
Yeah.
Rock. Although,
And I guess
Oh, yeah,
check
yeah, you
the
could-
chest as well, since Zonarius hinted that.
yeah. It's an interesting situation. Looks like just gonna head towards Rock Spire. I feel like I probably would have gone to Needle Rock only like under the hope that I find a 5th Tingle statue, so I can do Rock Spire and Ankle at the same time. Because this is
Yeah.
kind of an awkward situation when you can do both of them, and they're on opposite sides of each other. I guess Rick is going to wait until like an outset trip when he can do it with Diamond Step.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you might just go into Diamond Step early.
Yep, there's
Yeah, that's a
the
shard.
hinted shard. Oh right, we haven't seen Wallet Mail. And
Iron
it's the Iron
Boots.
Boots, so now...
Well, now that sword is in logic.
Now the sword's in Logic, which means all of FF is in Logic. Which means the Picto Box is in Logic, although there will be another one, evidently.
And yeah, we will be seeing Creep sub 30.
Truly, we are inching closer and closer towards optimal disappointment. Yeah, see, there's the realism that I strive for in chat.
Yeah.
I'm not being a hater, I'm being realistic.
Let's
Aw.
go, Creep! It is a very,
Very
fine
well.
night indeed.
All right,
So
what's
frugal
in
and
what's in
very
this
finite.
cave? Oh, and there's nothing in this cave either. This is a sad day. How did that ledge
Sad day
grab?
for Yale. I have no idea, and that's our second pearl.
There's Ferrari. Wait, where is? How is Taji Baron?
I have no
like-
idea. It might just be a command melody path, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose. Yeah, we're gonna find out pretty soon. It looks like.
Yeah. Time to go to Ice Ring. Probably for the sword, and then I guess peak Angular, get Octo Ferry, and then I guess just warp to FF.
Or you
full
do
clear.
boating course, then Angular, then Octoferry.
Oh yeah, right.
Or
Some
the
of
other
people
order
always
around.
forget boating course. Since Baron so often in my seats.
True. Appears to be another spiky.
Another
here.
spiky.
All right, we still haven't seen BPR.
Or
Yet another
cheese.
shard.
That means we, I think, know of 6 of those.
Yep.
Inching closer and closer towards Master Sword Chamber.
True. No spiky there, but
No 3 out of 3 for Ice Ring.
unfortunately,
But 2 out of
Kitcot
3
is
is
gonna have to
already a good ratio.
do this fight with Hero Sword, and also only has 3 arrows. I think you need to find. You think you need to unfreeze the pot, or I guess kill one of these guys from an orb.
Yeah, I mean, Moblins always drop with the orb, and Darknuts
No orb
drop 20.
there. No orb there either.
Just 2 single green rupees. Herb.
Herb.
Yeah.
Also, I missed it. Was there anything on BPR?
I don't know. Honestly.
Oh, it looks to be a bottle according to Rick's tracker, which
Ooh,
we know is not
okay.
required.
Or he might just
At least
marked it off. I don't know.
I think the way Wind Waker hint importance works means that we know that all the bottles are not required.
yeah,
I know, like-
Grandma's just dead.
Yeah. I know, like, Skyward Sword has it so that if it's, like, the second bottle, then it's not required, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're all not required, but I'm pretty sure for Wind Waker it speaks for all of them.
Yeah. I think so as well.
Got Master Sword. Hopefully Kitcot does not get Light Glitch here. I feel like save warping out of the Ice Ring Inner Cave. I've gotten Light Glitch twice, and they've both been from doing that. Okay, looks like we're fine.
I have for some reason never gotten it.
Aren't you lucky? Well, yeah, do you
Yeah.
play on emulator or console?
I play on emulator.
Okay, I play on console, so that's probably... That might be it.
Yeah, I mean, Kit also plays on console, so it might have happened. Or, like, there was a chance of happening, but luckily it didn't. Anyway, just
There
going
appears-
straight to Angular.
To be a spiky... I know in this situation, I like to save scum this chest if I know that
Yeah.
I might want to break into Cabana later.
Oh, lights!
Lights already.
Well, that will make String Cave easier for Rick, since he doesn't
And
have
that's-
to swing his toothpick around.
Yet again, one less item to find. Well, I mean, what do we even have left? We have Nehru's Pearl, 2 shards, hook shot, 2 swords. And that's pretty much it. I mean, logically, you need command melody and boomerang, but you can get around
Boomerang,
those.
yeah. But who cares about logic? We're playing Wind Waker. We don't give a shit about that.
Alright, well, we're gonna find out if it's a pearl or command melody here. Or something else entirely.
Maybe.
I would like to see a shard, personally.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I'm so with you on that. Come on, let's see a Pathmaster's Hot Chamber.
We also have the hint.
Useful? Nope. Oh. I say it will hint a bow on Private Oasis.
It'll hint another unrequired. It'll hint another unrequired bottle, which I guess if it chooses DPR could be useful for Kitcot.
Yeah.
And it is Note to Mom. Okay.
Headstone
has required moblins. Okay, so delivery bag is at large now. Okay, Kit's just gonna head
wild
right into FF.
light dodge by the moblin.
Yeah, actually,
yeah,
a useful
that's
hint.
A pretty useful hint for Kit.
Naysayers be damned. I may not be a Becreeper, but I am an Octofairy hint believer.
Yeah, I mean, if you do it reasonably early, the chance of not getting any new information is extremely low. And we've made our way to Forsaken Fortress. Ah, no consecutive ground spawns.
Unlucky.
So no two cycle as well.
We'll also have to see if Rick goes for boating course, since Kit didn't bother with that.
Yeah, I mean, course is extremely isolated for Kit. Since if you warp to get either the triple chain of Private Oasis, Bomb Island, Birdspeak Rock, boarding course is on the other side of the warp point of Forest Haven.
Was the Phantom Ganon chest spiky? I wasn't looking.
Nope, Phantom was dead.
And
we are taking boarding course.
This one
Might
is
be huge
spiky,
for Rick.
however.
No.
I have accidentally started the boating course minigame before.
I've started it at least twice already.
I'm not quite sure what Kit stored. Was that another shard? It wasn't Ghost
No,
Ship
he
chart.
was on 5 before.
So probably a male item then.
Oh. Spike
Oh, we got
course.
a spiky on voting course. If this is delivery bag. Oh, there's Near's
That's
Pearl.
a third pearl. Oh,
And
hook shot.
Wow. Okay.
Oh. This could be huge for Rick.
That could be very huge for Rick. Like,
This hookshot is very isolated for Kit. Dang.
oh, and yet another
FF is
spiky here.
loaded.
So
Yeah,
that means that Note to Mom locks command melody.
Yeah.
So in fact, Kit should know that he doesn't even have to turn it in. I guess Until
Yeah.
he finds Hookshot, he can't rule out the possibility that it's like Hookshot on Note to Mom Mail and Command Melody and Diamond Step. But
Yeah.
because I know I'm always like apprehensive to act negatively on path hints, so to speak. It's like, oh, it's Path to Calademos, it's just Boomerang. But what if it's like bombs that lock Boomerang or something? It's tough to consider.
Can just give you the most insane chain of useful items leading to a useless item.
Do have a double ground spawn for Rick though.
Ooh,
Gotta love the good RNG.
Ooh. Very
Time
close.
to Helma Schrock.
I have no idea how Helmrock is able to hit you there.
I don't understand. The one part about doing that part that stresses me out is when people go for that jump attack there. I did that once and jumped all the way down, and I was like, never again.
Yeah. Absolutely fair.
Doing the classic storage exploit for this fight.
It's just so much easier. And I love it.
So much easier and so much less RNG dependent.
Yeah.
If I recall, there's like the whole reason that one of the Wind Waker HD randomizer settings exists is because of how stupid Halmarock is without storage.
Yeah. Exactly. There's like a setting you could turn on called, I think, which for the moment I think only includes fixing the RNG behavior of Halmarock. I don't like when the camera is flipping with Helmrock's head back and forth.
Yeah, it's getting caught behind the little archway.
Yeah. First try storage for Rick. And that's just some pocket money.
Okay, so in either of these runner situations, where do you go next? I feel like at least one of them is not even going to bother with Star Island. I feel like it's
well, Kid is not that
too
person.
many. Yeah, Kid is not that person. But I guess it makes sense because he's missing the light arrows and hookshot that Rick has found.
Yeah. Depends, we might also be missing delivery back for Go Mode since we haven't required Mob and Slayer, but who knows what that will turn into.
That could just be a boomerang.
It might just be a boomerang for all we know.
I think the information from Note to Mom at least pushes it slightly more in favor of being actually required, because the command melody is like one potential bait out the window.
For basically every other item except for Boomerang, it would actually be good info. Except if it leads to Boomerang.
Yeah, especially since at this point, since we know where Hookshot is, there's pretty much no secondary item. I guess except for a shard if it's Master Sword Chamber. That would still be, you still need that, so, but... That's like the only...
maybe another sword as well.
That's like the only like layer of indirection that wouldn't be useless on its own.
Yeah.
And Star Island is spiky.
Spiky. Wow.
All right. Ooh, and it is required. Okay, so
Okay.
if Rick decides to skip this, that could be extraordinarily bad.
That would probably even
I think
worse.
yeah, I think that would be
hookshot
that
on
would be
boarding
worse
course.
than worse than hookshot on boarding course.
Because the
Boarding
sword
course
locks
is-
nothing. The hookshot locks like 3 checks at least. That being Diamond Step and Wizard Cave.
Boating
proper.
course is also next to. I actually don't remember if the chest inside Angular was spiky or not, but. Oh, and he's going away.
Yeah.
Okay. That
Oh.
I think is what Kitcot
Ooh.
needed at this point. Because I feel like he fell decently behind just from where that hookshot was.
That basically equalizes out and probably gives Kit even a smaller lead at this point. Philip! Woo!
Yep.
Another meme item.
And there's
And that's
the
a Picto.
Picto box.
Time for door cancel. Shenanigans.
Oh, for sure.
And Arrowmare was into dead. Also, we have not been to Outset yet at all.
That's true.
And also not to Paw Print.
Yep.
With this item loadout, that is surprising. Well, I guess
Especially knowing that,
much,
especially knowing that you don't
since-
have to worry about grandma mail.
Yeah. They just want to greet for the single dip of Outset with just power bracelets? I'm not sure. So I think we're missing 2 shards and a sword, and likely delivery back as well.
Yeah.
And then
Depends on
we
what.
would be in Restream no mode.
Ooh, getting this roll clip first try. This is my personal least favorite roll clip. Even more than any of the ones in Earth Temple, just because this ledge is so tiny.
Okay, that's interesting because I tuck at the ET ones, especially the one where you roll up towards Big Key Chest. I don't have that much of an issue with the Songstone roll clip, but the roll clip towards the Big Key Chest haunts me.
All right.
Okay. What we got, Lenzo?
One spiky.
One spiky. With spoils.
Spoils bag.
At least that's a nice. At least we can chain that in with when we finish the hide and seek minigame.
That is true, yeah.
And since Kit already got a joy pendant from one of the bokoblins, he doesn't have to fetch for one as well. And I guess if Pompey and Vera have nothing, that basically tells us that the spoils bag is required as well.
Or it might just be possibly required, but I don't think there.
Oh! Okay,
Delivery bag.
that is required.
That
at
is
least to our
true,
knowledge.
but Kitcot hasn't picked up Moblin's letter yet. He knows where it is.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
he also probably stored either Maggie's letter or Cabana Deed on that one chest in Forsaken Fortress. We've got another spiky here on Horseshoe. Mirror Shield.
Okay. And it seems like Angular was spiky because Rick has a 1 out of 1 on it.
Ah, I see.
If I see that correctly.
Okay, it was Maggie's
And we saw Maggie's letter.
Tingle
statue.
Okay.
So now Kit can just chain Ankle with Rockspire.
Yeah.
And get that shot on the gunboat.
Is still going to decide to mail the note to Mom. Although we know at this point it's pretty much all but confirmed to be Command Melody. I guess, again, it could be Command Melody on Master Sword Chamber, and this is a shard, so...
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
We ain't completely sure yet. It is just Command Melody.
Okay.
And the ghost ship on Bomb Island. Kid also deciding to not mail in Magisla yet. Probably just wants to combo it with the Moblins letter on Headstone. That's another pick though. Okay, so I guess Rick doesn't need the Tingle mail.
Yeah, although... Actually, well... He hasn't found Ferorious Pearl, so he doesn't know that Kamali mails nothing yet, so probably will end up getting it. I guess the thing with Tingle Mail is that you can manually decline it, so...
Yeah.
Oh wow, Rick is still on Night 2? Wow.
That was also spiky on Ghost Ship.
How are there still spiky shit? I feel like we know about so much. It's like...
I mean, it might just be a sword or one of our last 2 shards.
Yeah, very well. Could be. Okay,
See?
it is a shard.
One shard, one sword. It's the least that we're missing at this point.
Well, so the bottle is not required.
I know, chat.
I know. As much as it is sad to say, you do not have to save Grandma.
Yeah.
That is going to be kind of unfortunate for Tachi, though, because you kind of like to have the magic refill. Oh.
Oh, another spiky.
Completely destroying the Halmarok. Kargarok, rather. Yeah, we know that the cave was nothing.
Yeah.
Power
bracelets! We are finally able to yeet Big Pig.
Yes, indeed.
It seems like it will be going towards Headstone with that bait.
That's reasonable.
Exactly. Since he knows that this is just required.
At this point, it feels like Kitcot is probably going to run into the last of the required items pretty soon, so he really just needs to go to Boating Course to find that hookshot.
Yeah.
Whereas Rick is probably going to last location, that sword on Star Island.
Yeah,
And-
it takes a shit ton of time. It's just really unfortunate that Rick decided to not go to Star.
Oh, it's still going to pick up the other Picto.
Yeah. Kid now also back on Windfall to take care of Maggie's letter and Moblin's letter. And then hopefully we can see Pawprint after
Hopefully
53
we'll see
minutes.
Pawprint. Although he might just go straight to ankle, knowing what was given about the Pictobox hint.
Yeah.
Because, well,
Honestly, by the way Maggie's father reacts to the postman, he might just be a dog at this point.
oh, and it's just
Oh,
boomerang.
it's a boomerang! Unfortunate.
But at least Kitcot knows now that the Tingle statue is going to be useful. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing that could be possibly required anymore. So, I mean, worst
Exactly.
case scenario, it's like Cabana Deed, but at least you know where to go
It
then.
might also just be the note to mom for the command melody.
No, Note to Mom was just on Huai Octo.
Yeah, but you still need the delivery back to mail note to mom.
That
So it
was
might
on
just
Pompey
be
and Vera, which was already... Oh, I mean, yeah. Wait, yeah.
So that the possibility required is just it could be either for ankle or for
I
the
suppose,
command
yeah,
melody.
we don't know anything about ankle then.
Still deciding not to go Pawprint.
Yep. At the very least, this means he will get the Mirror Shield, which will direct him
Yeah.
towards Boating Course.
Yeah, true. So honestly, the spike on Angular is really good for Kid in this case.
Yeah.
Because it redirects him towards that much needed hookshot. Because ain't no way you're gonna morph hover. As much as
I mean,
it would be funny to see, like Jim
Didn't-
already did it.
yeah,
in the race
Jim has already
against
done
Kid.
it.
But still. The thing is, Jim is also a Wind Waker,
Wind Waker
speedrunner.
vanilla runner, yeah.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's a necessary part. I have
Unlike
never successfully done a zombie hover in my life. I've maybe gotten liftoff, and then a couple slashes in, but no more.
The mashing is hard.
Yep.
There's the mirror shield for Kid. single statue for Rick.
We're gonna see. Well, we say early diamond step, but at this point in the seed, can you really call it early? What is this hook shot that Rick is going for?
It works for some
Okay.
reason.
Oh, right. Rick hasn't done creep yet.
Yep. He is still missing that shot from creep. Which will just be a 7th shard. And he will also find his full Roar's Pearl on the transparent chest. That's true. Collision is merely a suggestion in this game. Now Kid also being greeted by the Lux pick though. And Rick collecting his 7th shard.
Okay. Gonna be equipping bow, so this looks like Needle Rock.
Yeah.
Was there even anything useful over there?
Let me think. Power bracelets are still a question mark, and the
Yeah.
gunboat was dead.
Okay.
So I'll give it a solid maybe. Yeah, the golden gunboat. And also, looking at the time, I'm wishing y'all a happy 1 hour.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
Call me sharing a brain cell, apparently. But yeah, hope y'all are having fun with the first game of the top 16 grand finals for the Wind Waker Season 7 for the randomizer. Between Kitcot and Rick Schmidty. Go follow the two of them. Amazing runners. And also very much thanks to our trackers Talk and Joshi, doing an awesome job behind the scenes. And to my co-com, your average Link. And of course to our lovely restreamer Golden Devil.
And to you. And we're finally seeing
That as
Pop Print. Yay!
After
Alright,
1 hour!
Gonna be save scumming Wizrobe Cape, which is very reasonable.
Imagine if Popper just puts us in full-on no mode.
That would be
Restream.
pretty nice.
Yeah. It is absolute lunatic behavior. You're not wrong.
Okay, so we are seeing Angular now.
Okay, nice. Oh,
Oh,
that's our first spiky.
Spiky.
Cabana Deed.
No,
Nope,
it's the last sword.
It's our last
Alright.
sword that we didn't know about. So Master Sword Chamber is officially dead.
Alrighty. So honestly, this last spiky on Angular could just be it.
It might just be the last shard.
It might just be the last shard. I mean, it could be Cabana Deed. That's really all it can
Yeah, I
be.
think Yeah, I think Cabana would be like the last thing that would stretch the
I
seed.
suppose it could be another useless bottle.
Or that as well.
Not.
Like here.
I mean, well,
Like in
that's
this case.
that's 3 bottles known about, so the odds are going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so nothing here in Popperant in the Choo Choo Cave.
So just that singular sword, which is already in more than enough. And Gitno finally getting his hook shot. And we're also seeing
Right, yeah.
ankle this time. Rick now also receiving his very own Philip after grabbing that for Rosepel and associated mail with it. Now, ankle has nothing.
Alright.
As probably expected. Now, will this be Cabana Deed, a bottle, or a
Or
no
the
mode?
last shard, yeah.
Rick is now also
Alright, well,
heading
Rick
there.
is heading over there, but Rick also has quite a bit of overworld that isn't Star.
Yeah, that's true.
Although Kitcot also still hasn't gone to Rockspire to get that shard.
To be fair,
Though
it
if he
seems
does-
like Rick only has 10 locations remaining.
Okay,
that's our chart, and we can officially call it a hell of a jet seat.
Yep, I mean, we're just waiting on the others to catch up with each other.
Yeah.
And also depends on Tot G layout.
Yeah, depending on the Tot G layout, this might just beat the fastest recorded time on the leaderboard.
I feel like they would have to hit go mode really quickly for that.
Yeah,
I feel.
true. Tot G still takes around 10 minutes with a really good Hyrule being at a low 7 minutes. Yeah, this is likely not gonna be the case. It's not a full-on male dungeon layout with hinted Baron ET, because that is the fastest dungeon combo you can get.
Okay, Rick is equipping Telescope, so probably going Master Sword Chamber.
My record is saved for another day? You bet. I'm still confused how I was able to get that. Like, sure, the seed was, I think the biggest jet to this day, but still. Rick is missing from Go?
Rick is missing the sword on Star Island. And Kitcot will be picking up the shard here, but then needs to find the light arrows on top of Cabana and the sword on Wizrobe Cave.
Yeah. And we're just going into Tochi.
And the shard on Ghost Ship.
Yeah, that as well. I mean, to be fair, Golden, who is a Star Island fan? Apart from Jazz, maybe. I wouldn't even call Jazz a Star Island fan. He's just more prone to checking it earlier than others.
I'm a Star Island apologist. It's the same thing with Fire Mountain, really. Like,
yeah,
it's not beating the slow check allegations, but I feel like it gets too much hate when Zunari is right there.
Yeah. I mean, I really dislike doing both checks, but at least about Star Island I can meme about it. Scenario is just pain. In most cases. Especially if you have the surrounding islands hinted Baron as well. Plus Great Fish, which is really rare, but it can still happen.
Oh, okay, so Hop Across has the first small key.
Oh.
Question is, do you do that in a go mode situation, or do you just try to find the other one?
At this point, it might just be faster to get the key on Hop Across.
Yeah, I think so as well, and it looks like...
Because you can
Rick
just
agrees.
then not bother with any other check at all.
Yeah, if you get unlucky with the other key, it can be pretty bad.
Yeah, if you get like the worst luck imaginable with the second small key, you can just full clear Tachi at this point.
All right.
So might just
Okay, so
take that like 1 minute detour.
We're headed to Windfall. Perhaps finally going to Pop Rent. Yeah, okay.
Yep. So Kit
So
will
we'll-
receive his final sword.
We'll pick up the sword. Where
So then
will
he's-
Kitcot's ghost... Oh. If I remember, his last ghost ship was at Bomb Island, but since it's daytime now, that means it's going to be at Spectacle next.
Likely.
Yeah, at least if it were at Bomb Island, that's next to Private Oasis, but...
Oh right, Kit is also missing his lights.
Yeah. So, not a very good spread.
Yeah.
It'll be kind of hard to say because Rick is doing Tachi, which Kit has to do anyway, but I feel like this is looking less and less good for Kit.
Yeah.
And what does Rick have left?
Big Pig, top of Headstone.
Big Pig, top of
Star.
Headstone. He has 2i marked off, but I don't think he ever did it.
Nope.
I think he's just
did
assuming
not.
that it's command melody, which is
Yeah.
correct, but yeah.
The thing is, he will likely get Big Pig and top of Headstone before he goes to Star, and that Marlon's ladder on top of Headstone might just push his sword further away as well. Because the delivery reward of Marlon's ladder to Maggie is just quick. Or reasonably quick, at least. I currently think that makes it a bit harder to tell who's actually ahead is that Rick is doing Tower of the Gods, which is necessary to do either way. So it's not like he's clearing Baron Overworld checks. But he's just doing something that Kit will have to do eventually as well. Oh. We will be getting a pick eat,
Looks like it.
as it seems.
Interesting that he's doing this over
Top of Waterfall, yeah.
top of Waterfall and potentially break into... Now we know that Fan is nothing, but that's 3 checks right there. I don't believe he's done Bomb Island, and I don't even think he's done Bird's Peak Rock yet.
He hasn't,
So-
very certainly. And that's a
I guess
yeet.
going for a gamble here.
Yeah. Hey, vanilla! Woohoo. We're turning it to night. For the ghost ship, probably. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
it is at Spectacle. So he will get his last shard, which might also just push him towards Tower of the Gods, since he can combine it with Peking Master Sword Chamber.
That's true.
And
Probably
maybe
it's gonna
that will
do
also likely that will also lead him towards Top of Waterfall then.
Yeah, 'cause it's right next to it. So probably gonna do the same thing that Rick did upon finding his last shard.
Yeah.
Just take care
Exactly.
of this. You even arguably get a bit of a benefit from doing Tot G without light arrows, because that's like one less R press you have to do during Godan when you're
Yeah.
trying to
Exactly.
cycle through arrow types. No, Kit still needs to find light arrows, so not quite in go mode yet.
Yeah. To his knowledge, Kid does not know where light arrows are. And we're checking Master Sword Chamber first.
I hope it's the last bottle.
Yeah, it basically depends on when Rick will go to Star eventually. If it's gonna be a last location, this will be tight. Till the very end. Ah, not a bottle. Not even the chance of it. Okay, Kid is
It's
heading
going straight
straight to
here.
Cabana.
All right. I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
You can't find it in Tot G, so.
So yeah, I think this which will be quicker, Kid clearing Tower of the Gods or Rick getting his final sword?
I was gonna say Rick at this point has one Tot G go mode's worth of time to find.
Oh, we're storing this.
Oh,
So Kid is breaking
well,
in.
I mean, I hope he finds.
If he checks his inventory, he will just go up, safe warp out. Because since you don't have command, you can't just walk out of the door.
Oh, you can't. Okay.
Yeah, the butler will prevent you from doing that. I had that happen, let's say, 4 hours ago in a seat I played.
I see.
I know about that interaction.
Oh, I was also getting an arrow refill here.
Yeah.
Always forget that exists. All right.
Check your inventory, and
Yep,
you see the
and
lights,
this
and you safe warp out. And that is Kid and go. So yeah, Kit's basically just entering Tower of the Gods when Rick is in the Golan fight. So yeah, one entire Tochi clear, basically. Those were some quick shots at the hands. And almost getting single face for Godan.
So Go mode Tachi is like the least useful, or like the least difference between Go mode and the full clear. Just because you have to do all the statue puzzles.
Exactly. I'd say Tachi Go mode is like the slowest dungeon to Go mode. Since Forbidden Woods and ET are probably the fastest ones. Like, I guess FF and DRC also.
FF is pretty.
Yeah.
Quick.
But yeah, Tachi and Wind Temple are by far the worst ones. And it doesn't help that the boss key skips for those two dungeons are also the most difficult ones, or the most anxiety-inducing. Since for Tachi you only have one singular try, and for Wind Temple, the obstacles to get to the boss door are a bit more difficult than, let's say, for ET.
Oh, okay, so Kitcot is gonna go find the other small key. Interesting.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, nice quiver.
Oh, a quiver!
Very convenient.
That's cool.
Oh.
Oh!
Did that kill his storage? Oh my goodness. Ooh.
Okay, there we go. Okay, where will Rick go next?
Yeah,
course,
he's
Master Sword
just
Chamber.
doing Master
Yeah.
Sword Chamber, but save warping for a magic refill in case the sword is there.
Yeah.
Ooh, and this is also a pretty bad water cycle.
Oh,
and
no!
Void's out. Now what do you do? You go and do hop
Yeah.
across.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's seems like Rick is a fair bit ahead right now.
Yeah, not even gonna bother breaking into Cabana.
Yeah. I think his Kid even skipped more of Overworld than Rick did. Since I think Kid has not been gone to neither Bomb nor BPR. Which
Yeah.
Rick did go to. Oh, and we're committing animal abuse.
Unlucky.
But yeah, you have to be a bit careful because that big pig will one-hit you. But we're fine. Throwing it against the rock for good measures. Rising to me. Okay, 2 locations remaining for Rick on Overworld. Or like 2 locations accessible. And as expected, we're heading over to Headstone. There we go, command body skip as well. Work it. That's a moment that Rick will not pass on. Understandably so, since that could just be locking a sword.
Wait. Oh, right. Kit didn't grab the small key.
Nope.
Still looking for one.
So actually, he has to clear a decent portion of Taji, likely.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see. Oh, wait, never.
Okay, that's one
I mean, this
key.
could be the big
It
key.
might just be the big key.
No,
But Kid is
okay.
lucky
All
and it's
right.
just a small key.
But having failed the storage route, I wonder if they was even that much faster than doing
Yeah.
hop across.
Honestly, I'm not even sure at this point. Now Rick also being greeted by the banana. And that's a dead-ass last location, unfortunately. On Star. Most seats you're able to skip it, but in some seats it's just that annoying. But yeah, at this point, Rick is a very good amount of time ahead.
Yeah, I mean, how much longer will this be? Like maybe another minute and a half or so? Definitely not
Yeah,
enough.
exactly.
Oh.
At this point,
These
Kid.
barrels have anything to say
Ooh.
about... Wait, what? Why was there a second cutscene? What?
I have no idea, and that it seems like Carl is a bit further away than usual.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably because of like the swift sail. Like, just did a sail
Yeah.
pump and then get knocked off the boat.
Oh, statue falls
Say,
into
as
the
somebody
water.
who has messed this up due to the barrels before.
Yeah. So yeah, this will take like approximately a minute. In which Kid will maybe just have delivered the last statue. So it's basically a final floor of G time difference. Actually, less, more than that.
So game 2 will be on Friday at the same time.
Yeah.
And then games 3 and 4, if they're necessary, I don't remember when, but they're scheduled.
Game 3, if necessary, will be on Saturday at 7 p.m. UTC or at 2 p.m. Eastern. And game 4, if required, will be on Monday at the same time as game 1 and game 2. Oh!
Accidentally throwing it
Statue
right into the void.
and that is Rick's Go mode. Acquired on Star.
Uh-oh. Nice. But
Seems like ZSR bot broke. For the subscription message. But yeah, welcome on Invaders. We're currently in the last stage of this match of Game 1 of the Grand Finals for the Wind Waker Randomizer Season 7 between Rick Schmidty and Kitcot. Whereas Rick Schmidty is entering Hyrule to finish the seed. Kit is currently still clearing the hinted Baron Tower of the Gods. So wholesome indeed. Just a nice error message.
He just gets this
Okay,
bomb
quick
push
chest
first
storage.
try.
Yeah, very quick bomb push storage.
Oh, careful.
Don't get knocked off.
I just like to use a bomb to blow
Yeah,
up the
same.
Beamos.
Did the Beamos just kill the Cogrock, or was that Kid with this arrow?
No.
Because I am not sure. Oh. Oh.
Okay, pulls out the leaf in time to save it. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Why are you that far out? Just get above the door frame, please.
Yeah. That should be good. It will take a while to fall
Okay.
down. Yeah.
There we go. Oh no!
Oh no! Forgot to set the wind.
Visibly flustered about.
Yeah. On the other hand, Rick basically disintegrating Phantom Cannon. With
Using a
light
regular
arrows.
slash.
Huh.
I guess it works.
I usually do either throw the sword or just do a side hop into midair slash. Depending on where the sword lands. Nice, getting both moblins with a singular light arrow.
Oh, nice camera. Showing us the bomb from inside.
Incredible. And Rick is entering the door towards Puppet Cannon. Beautiful first snipe.
Nice second one, although has to wait for the cooldown. PG's getting a little bit too close.
Puppet
There we
Cannon,
go.
as usual, not respecting one's private space. Gladly, Rick made quick work of it. And we're heading over to Puppet Cannon Phase 2. As I sometimes like to call it, Spooder Cannon.
Our arachnid friend.
Yep.
Oh. Does it from this side? I can only ever do the crypt shots from the other side of the ball.
I, funnily enough, can only do the crypt shots from the side that Rick has been doing them from.
This is out on the second one, but at least gets a magic drop for his troubles.
Yeah, and a narrow drop as well.
Ooh. Unless you're able to get this on the rise. Not quite.
Nope.
This is why I would much rather miss the first crypt shot than the second.
Yeah, exactly.
At least if you can get a single crypt on the next try, you don't have to deal with that. And we're bringing out the bait.
Bait strats! Woo! I love bait
No
strats.
attempt at trog shot though. Oh, is this some kind of setup?
Ooh, because
I
the
think it
bait
was
was not
Yeah, the bait ran out.
fully... was still lying there. And now we're setting up for the truck. But won't be getting it.
Not quite. Just trying whatever he can. Trying not to take another hit, looks like. There we go.
Oh, nice snipe at the end. And that is Papa Cannon done for Rick.
As the barrier shatters on Kitcot's side. Good.
Very solid rope climb. Gets a grapple skip, and we're entering Ganondorf.
Soupless Ganondorf.
Oh yeah, right, we have no soup as well. And Kit is basically out of magic.
Yeah, it's gonna have to get a bit of a refill. Oh.
Oh.
Not quite hitting her mark with the blight arrow. There we are.
We're entering phase 2. And we get a ground spawn for Phantom Ganon on Kit's side.
Alright.
Just hitting Ganon's back with the very edge of the sword.
Oh,
Oh! Missing the light arrow.
bit of a miss. There we go.
There we go. Reflect onto Ganondorf with the parry to end it all, and GG's
That is
to Rick Schmidty.
GG's.
Finishing with a race time, with an official time of 1:36:07.
Brings the series to 2-0. So just needs to win one more game in the next 3 to...
Game 2 will be a match point for the championship of Season 7.
I'm going to see the rest of Puppet Cannon. Good. Oop. Puppet Cannon also getting too close for Kit.
Time for phase 2.
Yep.
1 grip.
We went a little bit too late on the second one.
Yeah.
But honestly, I feel like he needs the magic drop anyway. So
Yeah. Except if he wants to do a stunt like I did.
yeah.
And hopefully just land on PG3's head with a sword slash. Okay, it's a first snipe.
We're not gonna see a bait strat. Oh, but
Oh,
no. Oh, it's out of bounds.
Oh,
Does
but still
still
hit
time
it.
the exit snipe.
Very nice timing. And gets
Very
the hit
nice.
on tube.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Be a race against the clock for sub 140.
Yeah, will not get the sub 140, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think
It takes too much time to do rope climb, grapple skip, and kill Ganondorf, especially without soup. Sub 141, however, is still on the table. Also, the very quick rope climb. And
I
probably
love
muscle
the
memory
equipping
for
the
the equipment
bottle
of the soup.
as a
Or
force
in
of
this case,
habit.
the empty bottle.
Oh, catching the outside lip here.
There we go.
Oh.
Sub 141 might be close, but let's see.
I feel like you would need a lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like it, except if Zelda does a quick shot. Nope.
Oh, but yeah, she
No.
waits long enough for Ganondorf to land.
And that is
GG's.
GG's to Kitcot, finishing with a time of 141.02.
Yeah, and they're both are
And
joining
everyone
us for
else
an
joining
interview.
in. GG's
Yeah,
to both of
GG's you
you.
too.
Yeah, GG's, thank you.
GG.
Well, how did we like to see it?
Yeah, it was the scene was alright. I would-
That's always stressful.
Yeah, it was. It definitely gave you a lot really early on, at least in my experience, at least with my experience with the seed. And so it was kind of like going into like 50 minutes in, like this is going to be a casino seed, and it was absolutely a casino seed. Towards the end, because it just gave you so much at the start.
Yep.
It wasn't not enjoyable to play, but it was certainly one of those seeds that's like, not fun for race because casinos are bad, but it was.
I feel you.
Yeah,
I absolutely feel you on that one.
We had a point where like Kitcot, you skipped the hook shot on boating course for a bit, and then Rick of course didn't do Star Island, so since we knew that it had a sword from when you did it after Forsaken Fortress, we're like, that's probably going to be a last location on Rick's side, but you ended up having just too many things to get in different places. Like, I think if your ghost ship, if you were like one day ahead on your ghost ship cycle, this could have been kind of different, because like the only items you were missing were like the sword on Wizard Cave, the shard on Ghost Ship, and the light arrows on top of
Waterfall.
Oasis.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think that some parts of the seed, the game was quite nice to me. Sometimes it kind of felt like my routing fell into place. Other times it wasn't amazing. I did kind of shoot myself in the foot by doing like 2-eye reef early, because now I've just like instead of doing like the entire South Sea in just one go, I've now created like a bunch of like warp points. Well, okay, we'll have then I kind of accidentally split it in two, which made it like, I mean, it only lost me maybe like 30 seconds worth of warps, but in the game, like in the grand finals, those seconds are gonna matter. And things like that, where it's like I probably didn't. Like, my routing, it was good, it worked out, but it wasn't, like, amazing. I still lost a few seconds here and there to, like, some small things. Also, on my end, I kind of just dropped the ball when it came to Todgy. Just a lot of things just went wrong. I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, it was unfortunate
Yeah.
seeing that.
Yeah, that's just kind of how it is. It, like, I don't know, my hands just stopped working at the 130 mark. Like, what can you do?
Happens. But yeah, one thing that really, let's say, baffled me was how long both of you just put off paw print.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
it just inconvenient to route in for the entire time, or what were the thoughts behind that? Because it's been like, it was just 3 out of 4 checks sitting around for most of the seed.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was always a case of like, well, if I can do this with hookshot, then it's probably worth it. Yeah, it's still something like, hookshot was never like really far down my list. It was probably like maybe like 3rd or 4th place I'd go to, but it was like, because it was, you know, those 3 checks, it's pretty worth it, right? And Wizard Cave just kind of sucks. But it was always in the back of my mind, like, if I can do this with hookshot, I'm gonna wait for it. And I just kind of, there was always something that I could have done to like before it to get hookshot, and then my hookshot was like somewhere, so I'm like, that's perfect. And it just kind of worked out. Like, it wasn't at all my plan to delay as much as I did, but it just kind of worked out.
Yeah. Was about the same for you, Rick, or?
It's always had like other options, and I knew I'd be going Windfall soon, so just decided to push it off.
Okay,
Right,
that's fair.
Yeah, I think that's one thing about the seed, is that like the seed did not have a shortage of good options. It was just like, for a lot of it was just like, which one of these good options that you like. It was a very open seed, and it's like, it wasn't like, it wasn't the normal random experience of pick like the 3 like least good or like least bad options. It was kind of just like, okay, you have a bunch of things that are actually pretty good, but it's just like, where do you go?
Yeah, basically the game just throws a bunch of items at you and just says, okay, go ahead, route this shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
To your
Yeah.
heart's content. Basically.
I know one decision that I was interested by, like near the end, Kitcot, was you going to Big Pig instead of Private Oasis, Bomb Island, and BPR.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, at that point, I'm just prioritizing like what checks I'm gonna do. Like, I'm gonna be able to do quickly. Like Big Pig, it's a medium length check, but you don't have to sail to it, because you can just warp to Outset. With Private Oasis, Bomb Island, and BPR, you always had to have some sailing time there. And at this point, I would think I was like 2 items from go, or maybe just bow, I can't remember. But at this point, for me, it's like, I'm kind of anticipating, like, skipping a few checks. And so, like, if I do find, say, like, something on Big Pig, then I could probably skip one of the island checks, like Bomb Island or BPR, which is what ended up happening. So it's more just kind of prioritizing check density, and more in the sense of like how long the checks took, instead of like what checks were clumped together. It's why I did Ghost Ship when I did, is because it was just a sail and then that was it. I didn't have to do it. It wasn't like an island check I had to do, so it was more just prioritizing that over everything else.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
Any
Nice.
other thoughts? How about that, like, that early game with, like, starting with bombs and then you get hammer on bomb mail, and then Tingle gives you both bow and grapple. It's like you had the possibility of ruling out every dungeon check by like 35 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was weird, because like I went Windfall. I think I pretty much went Mother and Child then Windfall. by the time I'm ending Windfall, I'm like, I'm like questioning in my mind. It's like, is it really the optimal decision to like go to DRC here? And it's like, yeah, apparently so. Like in my mind, right? And so,
Yeah.
like, I was struggling to believe that like 10 minutes in, I could go to DRC and it be like close to optimal. I still needed Leaf, which was in DRC, but like it was like funny how many good items the game just kind of gave me at the start. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you have access to 2 of your dungeons that early on, you shouldn't be surprised about getting so many good items at the start, especially when one of them is DRC.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Since it has rather low item requirements, and it has like I think second or third most checks in the dungeon out of all of them, excluding the keys already. Since like I
Yeah.
think around 13 checks, that could be something.
Yeah, about that.
But yeah, I think if no one got anything else to say, we could hand it over to our lovely Reesmer Golden.
Yeah, GG's to Rick, and congrats on the win, and GG's to Kit. Thanks to our commentators, Your Average Link and Cube David, as well as our trackers, Joshi and Tomaltalk. Game 3 will be 2:10. Yeah, it's am I getting this right? No, 5:10 p.m. Eastern time on Friday night.
So yeah, same time as this one.
Yeah, same time as this race. In the meantime, we've got a lot of other stuff going on, including a ton of Zelda 2 Randomizer and a Link to the Past Randomizer race in about an hour and a half here. With that, we're going to go right over to Mirai, who is restreaming a Zelda 2 Rando race. So go watch that, and thanks for watching everyone. Have a good night.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.